World War One reasons, when talking about World War One reasons, fourth reason is militarism. Militarism, what is militarism? Most of the European countries believed that militarism is only the way to protect the colonies. There are three aspects. One is they would like to occupy countries, nothing but colonies. They would like to protect them. They would like to safeguard that colonies. Nobody should enter into that. For that, what they followed method, the method is militarism. What is militarism? Their security, their protection of their colonies, protection of their interest, economic interest, protection of their trade, international trade, that can be done by the military. That's why most of the nations, European nations, started spending a lot of money on the military. Talking about in 1880, just they spent 132 million pounds. By 1914, 397 million pounds they spent on military. Particularly Germany, Russia, Austria. See, look at that. Germany, Russia, Austria, Italy, France, Britain. There are 5 to 6 nations. They spent around 397 million pounds on military. What they have done? First of all, country must be strong. We need to build the nation with strong weapons, deadly weapons, chemical weapons. When strong weapons are there, deadly weapons are there. For that, what they have done? They established war industries. They were able to create a kind of tension, because every country preparing deadly weapons. Every country. Aim is defending the country, protecting the country and the colonies, and fighting against enemy. So militarism, nothing but enhancing military. Its strength is being enhanced. Their strength was increased. Their weapons and their range was increased. Their number increased. Goes on spending a lot of money. Unfortunately, this is a big problem. Militarism created problems. There are 3 important things in the context of militarism. They would like to establish a very big army, military, and they would like to protect their defense, protect their country. They would like to compete each other, to fight. Now fighting is easy. When my weapon is there, it is easy to fight. At the same time, even they encourage the people of those nations also. Unfortunately. Sir, why military strength has been increased? Nobody is there to question, because rulers already mobilized the people, asked the people to go against other nations. They are enemies, so we need to fight. A kind of atmosphere, political tension and the problem that was created among people also. It's not among the rulers and all these things. Everybody participated. Everybody. It's a deadly war. You mean people were encouraged to go against other nations? German people saying that French people are the enemies, British people are the enemies, Russia is enemy. That's the way how they provoked the people. Germans provoked like that in Italians also. Italy country also provoked the people to go against other nations. Such a strong feeling about their nation that is there. This is about what this nonsense. Well, everybody should live in their limits. They should encourage their nation. They should develop their nation. Then going to other nations, occupying and creating disturbance, forming into alliances and fighting each other. What is nonsense? Is it the history that we are studying? What a war taken place? What purpose the wars were fought? Purpose is for what is that? Day supremacy. Purpose is their authority. Purpose is their economic strength. Purpose is making themselves as superpowers. Whatever that other people, whatever the other countries, whatever the Asian countries, whatever the India, whatever, they don't want to look into that. It is the history, world history, that we have to learn. So, militarism, encouraged military, developed military, deadly weapons were created, they spent a lot of money, around 5 to 10% on their income they spent. This is unfortunate. Every country, large industries, large number of industries regarding this military that they established. That means what idea that they are going to give? War is only the solution for all this. Enemy can be defeated with the war, not by negotiation. If all the countries are believing like that, whatever the world will be destroyed. War is not the solution. Peace is the solution. War is not the solution. Peace is the solution. Everybody just to sit together and discuss and solve the matter. There are many things to solve the matter. We need to do that. We can do that. World's problems can be settled by negotiations. Who are you to simply coming and creating problem and creating terror, encouraging the people and fighting against that? Fighting against other nations, creating problem, world wars, whatever destruction. Below, innocent people are there. Large number of countries damaged. This is the way. Is it the way to follow the philosophy? World philosophy, a new philosophy with this imperialism, a bad philosophy that is emerged. This is completely wrong. Militarism, with military you can do everything. War is only the way, only the factor through which we can achieve everything. Those who are having strength can rule the nation. We have strength, we can fight, we can defeat everybody. Just we'll go and enjoy it. What is this? What kind of message you are giving to the world? This point is to be noticed. Militarism also is. Because they spend a lot of money. We have taken that example. 132 billion pounds to 397. Within the span of just 30 years, 397 million pounds of rupees that they spent on the military. See, you can expect that. How many? This is a big problem. So, coming to the Balkan politics. So, what about Balkan politics? There is a Balkan Peninsula. Balkan Peninsula consists of some countries like Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Macedonia. These countries are Balkan countries. Greece, Bulgaria, Romania. Look at that. Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Macedonia, Serbia. These countries are called as Balkan countries. Once upon a time, these countries were under control of. I am talking about Balkan politics. These Balkan is a peninsula, Balkan Peninsula, that is there in Europe. What are the countries in Balkan Peninsula? Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Macedonia, all these countries. These countries are called as Balkan countries. Balkan countries once under control of Turkey, nearby there. Turkey is nearby there. Greece and Turkey both are very close. Balkan Peninsula was once under control of Turkey Sultan Muhammad. The Turkey Sultan ruled this area. Turkey Sultan Muslim. These countries, people of these countries are Christians, and they fought. There were wars between Turkey and the Balkan countries. Most of the countries got independence. During this period, neighboring countries like Austria and Russia wanted to get authority over Balkan. This point is to be noticed. There is an area where some small countries are there. Nearby that one is Russia, and one is Austria. Both are big nations. Because of controversy that is there, because of problem that is there in these nations, Austria would like to expand their kingdom towards Balkan area. Russia wanted to establish their own what you call kingdom with the help of the Serbia. They encourage Serbians. They encourage Serbians. So we have to take this point. We have to take this. Just look at this. Talking about this, so here Italy, this is a place what we call Balkan Peninsula. Balkan Peninsula. Got this. Turkey is here. Here there are countries. Greece is there, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia. So these small countries are. What are the Balkan countries here? What are the Balkan countries? Greece, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Macedonia. These are all countries called Balkan countries. What do you call them? Balkan countries. These countries once ruled by Turkey Sultan. But this Turkey Sultan was a Muslim, right? These people are Christians. There were wars between them. Turkey, Balkan War. First Balkan War, Second Balkan War. Finally, these countries got independence. In this process, Austria is here. This is about Austria. And this is Russia. Russia is here. Russia's interest is, at that time, expanding kingdom is the only goal of the countries. Those who are having a large empire, such countries are called as superior countries. Russia would like to extend their authority, extend their power towards Balkan, as it is weak region. Because they encourage Serbians. This is Serbia. Serbia was encouraged by Russia. Austria trying to expand this, trying to occupy these areas. So now controversy between Russia, look at that, Austria and Austria, controversy. Russia encouraged Serbians because Serbians and Russians belong to the same community, same race, Slav. Race name as Slav, S-L-A-V, Slav. Russian interest is Slavs, so Russia and Slavs of Serbia are same. So now Russia started encouraging Serbia. Russia's interest was to get authority by establishing empire under the leadership of Serbia. సెర్బియా ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఈ ఏరియాలో రాజ్యం ఏర్పాటు చేస్తే ఈ ఏరియా అంతా నా చేతిలో ఉంటుంది అనేది రష్యా ఆలోచన. రష్యాస్ ఒపీనియన్ వాస్ ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆమ్ encouraging Serbians as they are our own community people can be established kingdom, so this area will be under control of Russia. They believe that. But Austria also wanted to look at this. Austria also wanted to occupy these areas. So even some places occupied by Austria. What are the places occupied by Austria? Austria occupied two places. Herzegovina place. Second place Bosnia. These two places already occupied by Austria. Austria occupied these two places. So because of weak nations, because of political turmoil, political problem, disorder, big nations eyeing at these nations, Austria and Russia, they would like to occupy these regions as they got independence from Turkey. This point is to notice. Austria already occupied two places, Herzegovina, Bosnia, and Russia already encouraging Serbians. Now controversy started. Where it was started, an incident was taking place. Incident was June 28th, 1914. Austrian prince Prince of Austria. Who is that? Ferdinand. Ferdinand. This Austrian Prince Ferdinand went to a city called Sarajevo. Sarajevo place, Bosnia capital city. Capital city of Bosnia, Sarajevo. This point is to be noticed. Sarajevo is the capital city of Bosnia. As they occupied Bosnia, Prince went to visited Sarajevo. At that time, person from Serb, Bosnian Serb, the Serb who is living in Bosnia, assassinated Ferdinand. Ferdinand went along with his wife Sofia. Sofia, Ferdinand both went to see the capital city. What is that? Sarajevo. At the time, here a person is there. A person from Serb community, Serb, who is living in Bosnia, assassinated Ferdinand and Sofia. You mean that? On 28th June 1914, Austrian Prince Ferdinand was assassinated. Ferdinand and wife also both were assassinated, killed. So in this process, immediately Austria got angry. Oh, who is that nonsense? It is responsible of Serbia to catch this person. Austria sent ultimatum to Serbia is that within 48 hours, culprit, a person responsible for the death of Ferdinand and Sofia must be caught. Within 48 hours. Ultimatum sent by Austria to Serbia. Serbia not responded well. We don't know, we cannot catch that person. Even my country is not responding. A person from Bosnia, no, you are only ruling these areas. You are responsible. You have to take this as your responsibility. Serbia not responding. So, after 1 month, what are the expected answer? The answer that was expected by Austria, that was not given by Serbia. Now controversy that is between Austria and Serbia, right? Austria and Serbia. Austria's Prince Ferdinand Sofia was killed by person from Serb community, right? Serbian, who is living in Bosnia. So that Austria declared they sent ultimatum to catch this person, but the answer was not given by Serbia, as it was encouraged by Russia. Russia encouraged Serbia, right? So now Austria declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. July 28 July 1914, Austria declared war on Serbia. Then you can expect that. Immediately the who is coming as helper. Russia immediately joined, supported Serbia, as both belong to the same community, right? Race. And Germany gave support to Austria. Germany gave support to Austria. Actually the war that started between these two and these two, that is called as the First World War, started on July 20, 1914. So many countries participated. You can remember that earlier there were alliances, secret alliances, triple alliance, triple entente. Entente was in the side of. Then what we expect here? Which countries you can expect here? France you can expect here, right? And Britain also you can expect here. Here some other countries you can expect here. So this side some other countries, that side some other countries. And even in 1907, US, United States also joined in 1917. In the side of this triple entente, this group is called as Axis power. This group is also called as Axis power. Axis. This is Allied power. Allied group. The war that was fought between two groups, Axis powers and Allied powers. Once look at that. Axis. This Axis powers: Germany, Italy, Austria. But during World War I, Italy came out. Austria, this is Axis power. Also called Axis power, also called as Central powers. Central power. This is called Allied powers. Next one is Allied power. What are the countries here? France, Britain, and what is that? USSR. Nothing but Russia, followed by US. This is called Allied powers. The war fought, First World War, fought between Axis powers and Allied powers. This point is to be noted. So Axis powers and Allied powers. Allied powers, their colonies, every country, entire Europe, most of the colonies of these nations joined on behalf of this. Colonies of these nations also joined, and they made entire world in the war. So America entered into this in 1917. Germany sunk. See this point. Sunk the commercial what do you call this ship, Lusitania. Lusitania is the ship of America, sunk into water by Germany. That's why Germany got America got angry and declared, jumped into world. So finally, Allied powers became victorious. In this world, who got victory? That war was continued 1914 to 1918. It's about big. Most of the people believe that it will be ended within 6 months, but that was continued for 4 years. 4 years, so many things were happening. War was continued. There was war between two groups, Axis powers and Allied group. Let's look at this. Whatever the problem is there, I will send through my answers, material, I'll give answers. Whatever the doubt regarding this, you can immediately ask. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet.